Hey, what's up everybody? BDF 44 coming at you another video. Yeah, man, it's rough, man. It's rough. I saw a guy in the 7-Eleven, man. His car didn't have any balance on it, and he had a big gulp of some stuff in his hands, some chips or something. And I was just waiting there to get change to make sure I had change for what I got going on. And you know, it was one of those situations where I was thinking maybe I could pay for what he has, but it's like I don't really have the money to do that. So what I can do is get change, and then when we coming out, I can just give him a couple bucks. So that's what I did, man. But he had a big gulp in his hand, and he was stalling because he was trying to drink it. And the guy who was behind the counter was like, "Why are you waiting? Why are you waiting?" I'm like, "Bro, he's drinking that. What he's not paying for, he's making sure that he digests it." So I just, I understand, man. I'm out here. I'm not where he's at because he was on drugs, kind of slow, looked like he was on some real serious drugs. But like, it's just because I'm handling my situation well and I got a family that can help, don't mean that I don't feel like I'm one bad day away from being much further down where he may be at right now. So I gave him a couple bucks and I told him, don't give up, man. Don't give up, So hopefully that give him an energy to let him know it gets a little better, man. Maybe it gets a little worse, but you can get better. So don't give up, It's easy to just forget about people, man. But when I see what's going on in the world, all over the world, man, how people are discarding of human lives in this genocide, man, it just makes you think differently about everybody. Everybody who's struggling, people who are working hard, people who can't work. I'm fortunate to be in a position that I'm in, even though my situation would be considered unfortunate by many. It ain't. I'm clean. I'm clean of the mind. I woke up, took a shower. I was able to eat. My stomach's full. I'm all right. Like, in my situation, I'm all right. I'm sober. It looks like I'm going to be able to get a room here. Hopefully, they don't give it up. I already tried to reserve it for myself, but anything can happen. But the point is that the Lord made it so that I was in a position to help him. And I would have paid for what he had there. But to be honest with you, I just didn't want to risk it, given the fact that I only have but so much money to give what I need, to get what I need. So it's like, I can give him $2. Gave him $2, man. It sucks to see a lot of money in my wallet, man. I'm glad he didn't rob me, what I'm saying? But it's one of them situations where it's like, look, man, not everybody is receptive to positive energy. Not everybody's receptive, to handouts, so to speak. But when you see somebody going through what he's going through, it's in your heart to help, man, especially when you're going through what you're going through. If I wasn't going through what I was going through, I might be a little different about it. Like, man, it's pathetic. But pathetic means something different when you're in it. Pathetic means something different when you're 2 steps away from falling like him. When you're one phone call, somebody telling you no away from being on the street. It just helps you understand it, to respect these type of things much more, man. And that's where I'm at. I respect these things a lot more than I would have. And granted, I had a heart for that stuff back in the day. I remember times when I was able to give and was happy to do so. But, it's different now when you're in it. When you're in it, it's like, oh, man, let me help somebody who's a little further down than I am, How you doing, sir? And that's what it is. I'm fortunate, the Lord worked some things out for me last night that I didn't know he could, I didn't think would work out. When they told me I couldn't leave my stuff there, I was like, man, I need my uncle to answer the phone and I need him to give. And it's like, man, I'm thankful that was the case, where I was able to have my stuff in my place where I was at. Now, granted, I had to leave it there just now, but only for like 10 minutes. Hopefully it'll still be there when I get back. Everybody's in the lobby. I'm thankful that the Lord put me in a position to feel like, I have a faith that I can believe in. So if things, even if they don't go right, he can custom the wrong for me not falling off, Things get a lot worse. I can still have a faith to know that the Lord I believe in can custom the life I'm going through for that to parlay me into something good. A hope that can come from belief. And not everybody had that. Not everybody knows God exists. Not everybody believes in him. Not everybody knows he can work wonders and all those different things. So when you're fortunate enough to have that, you just got to hold that close to you. You got to make sure that you keep that and share it with others so that when they go through what they're going through, they don't find themselves in a situation where they ain't never heard of nothing good, where they ain't never heard of nothing positive. And so that's what I try to do for homeboy. I don't know who he has in his life that can tell him, hey, yo, good things can't happen. Just got to keep your faith. Don't give up. you're doing all right. Just because you're down, the fact that you woke up this morning and didn't jump off a roof means that you're doing better than somebody else. So keep going. And things are not always as they seem. Sometimes people on the street having a better day than a person in a mansion. You know what I mean? You just don't know what people are going through or how they're handling what it is that they're going through. So for me, it's just like, man, I'm telling you and I'm telling everybody else, it could always be better. Don't get it wrong. There's always a blessing around the corner, but it could always be worse. So to respect other people when you see them going through worse. Don't shun the poor. Don't shun those who are being discarded of, specifically out in the Middle East right now, and what we're hearing about and seeing about the way they're trying to do these people, man. We lucky enough to have a street that ain't being bombed as we go through our poverty. They trying to push them people out into the desert with no water, no food. I watched Wizard Basan once update. She don't think she's gonna make it through the night because of how they doing her. It don't look like there's no hope coming, and she's still trying to keep us abreast on what's happening, man. That's real strength. So when I got to think about this, I'm like, man, this place ain't being bombed. You know what I'm saying? If I lose what I have, they ain't trying to push me out into the desert with unlivable. Like, there's stuff here to be thankful for, even as low as it gets. He had a big gulp to drink. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gets worse, but it can get better. So that's what we got to believe. My name is BDF 44. Thank y'all for watching.